Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera saya ucapkan kepada para pensyarah dan rakan-rakan. Kami daripada kumpulan 17 akan membentangkan hasil gabungan daripada dua subjek iaitu Multiliteracies dan Multicultural Literature. Bagi meneruskan perbentangan, izinkan kami untuk menggunakan bahasa Inggeris sepanjang perbentangan kerana subjek yang akan kami bentangkan ini adalah dalam bahasa Inggeris. Therefore, this presentation will be presented by the two of us, which is me, myself, NINUR FATIHAH ADILLAH binti ZULKIFLI, and my friend Nur ATHIRAH binti Abu Hasan. So, we will go through the first slide. Based on the EQ, we will be focusing on these four aspects, which is number one, why multiculturalism is important. Number two, how to ensure multiculturalism not only taken from Western liberal perspective. Number three, how to widen the true meaning of multiculturalism. And number four, what is multiliteracies? So, first we will go through on the definition of multiculturalism. So, what is multiculturalism? Multiculturalism is a community or society that lives with various ethnic beliefs, religion, races, and cultural values. So, in simpler words, multiculturalism is a word that describes a society where many different cultures live together in one place. So, a multicultural society can result when people from many different countries migrate to one place or an empire conquers many countries. So, we take it as an example, like where we live in right now in Malaysia. As we know, we have a lot of ethnic beliefs, religion, races, and also cultural values. Like in Malaysia, we have Indian, Chinese, Malay, Iban, Kadazan Dusun, and many more, as there are plenty of ethnic in Malaysia. However, when we see globally, like in Europe, we have Hispanic, Black or African American, White or Caucasian, French, and many more. Therefore, it is very important to have these diverse cultures as it helps to promote understanding. So, why understanding multiculturalism is important? First and foremost, it helps society to develop the positive attitude while communicating between different ethnic cultures, races, etc. And next, by giving the chance for ethnic minorities to become more confident and provide more opportunities for them. Next slide. To have a deeper understanding towards multiculturalism, we will see on to the evolution of multiculturalism. So through cultural pluralism, various ethnic groups collaborate to enter into dialogue with one another. And then, through Western liberal perspectives, legal or illegal immigrants came into dominant culture and tried to assimilate the culture. For example, again in Malaysia, the dominant culture in Malaysia is Malay. So then, ethnic such as Indian and Chinese, they came to Malaysia as immigrants, and then they will try to assimilate themselves towards the culture that we have in Malay. For example, now we can see that some Chinese or Indian will wear baju kurung to their workplace, and some even wear kain batik or kain pelikat at their homes. So this is the effect of multiculturalism through assimilation. And now it will result in a various culture, races, religions, and beliefs living in one society or community. So how to widen the understanding towards Glocal? First through campaign, to open the eyes of the community about what is multiculturalism, since not everyone has the knowledge when it comes to multiculturalism. Other than that, by using multimodal text, by creating a poster or website that shows the actual meaning and what it takes as a multiculturalism community. So through this approach, such as poster, it is one of the most effective forms of advertising something to the eyes of the world because it is interesting enough to capture people's attention. And finally, once we receive their attention, the message can be effectively delivered to the readers. Same goes to multimodal text such as website or more other than that. So, and lastly, by becoming a role model to young generation, older generations need to show positive attitudes toward other ethnics by respecting their cultures, beliefs, and other than that. And previously, we have explained through multiculturalism, and now we will focus on multiliteracies. So, what is multiliteracies? Multiliteracies is the ability to use various style and understand the information through different perspectives. For example, through spatial, gestural, visual, linguistic, tactile, and audio. So basically, multiliteracies is the concept of understanding information and the design of meaning through the manipulation of individual modes. And next, I will pass it to ATHIRAH.
Thank you so much, NINUR. Okay, so next, I will continue our presentation today by telling in more detail about our chosen topic, which is LGBTQ. First and foremost, we would like to apologize if poster displayed on the screen makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, let's proceed. So LGBTQ is an acronym for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer or questioning. These terms are used to describe a person's sexual orientation or their gender identity. So we have challenged ourselves to study on this topic in more depth, even though it is quite a sensitive issue, especially in our society. However, it is an issue that shouldn't be underestimated, and we thought that it is important for us to share about this topic, especially among educators. Uh, the aim is for providing awareness of the impending impact of this issue, and not to forget that it is one of the well-known issues in the aspect of multiculturalism. Besides, I would like to say here that the selection of this topic is also related to issues that often arise today regarding the rights that are often fought for by this community, both within the country and abroad. In the multiliteracies assignment, we were assigned to look at several aspects, among them from visual and linguistic concepts. So as you can see on the screen, the poster we have chosen shows directly an overview of this LGBT issue. This is because the visual or the illustration on the poster represents every position in the community. The use of rainbow colors, or better known as rainbow flag, on the poster is a symbol to this community. In short, the colors reflect the diversity of the LGBTQ community. Next, in the linguistic aspect, the title used is The Future of Love. It is something that is fought for in the community. For them, everyone deserves the same love even though they are different. Thus, in the Western perspective, these communities are allowed and got many intentions, mostly among the youth, even though they are interested with multiculturalism in a unique way, or even have experienced exclusion from the mainstream cultures. Next, okay. So I would like to share about what LGBTQ is according to Westerners and their reaction to this issue. So according to them, LGBTQ is one way to overcome the racism problems in their country. By means, they assume that the acceptance of LGBTQ is one way to solve the issue of racism. Other than that, majority of their youth are allowed to join this community program, and most of the parents are also agreed with this community. It can be said that with the acceptance of this community in their society is to show that they are all an open-minded society. Next, okay. I will compare the acceptance of the issue with the local view as we have been assigned in the previous coursework, which is to look at the selected issue globally. So, from the local perspective on LGBTQ, there are three aspects that we are going to touch. There are the perspective based on psychology, religion, and health. So, from psychology aspect, LGBTQ are not forms of mental illness, but an aberration from what is the norm. Meanwhile, from the view of the religion, having a relationship between the same gender are forbidden and prohibited. In other words, having a, it is against the nature. And last but not least, from a health aspect, this can lead to many dangerous and deadly health issues such as AIDS. And LGBTQ is not caused by genetic or hormones. Okay? So the last material that we used in our previous coursework is the video. Basically, the video that we have chosen is due to several elements such as linguistic, visual, and audio. So, in terms of linguistics, the creator used different style of language in order to assert his information. From aspect of visual, the inserting a few image about LGBTQ to make differences between Westerner perspective and actual facts about LGBTQ. And from audio perspective, background music used increase the chance to grab viewers' attention to watch the video. The voice audio is also clear and helps the viewers to understand more while reading the subtitles. So, to conclude, the perspective on multiculturalism are differ to which side we are. Multiculturalism issues show that there are still some community that doesn't understand the term clearly. Every individual must know the correct topic, and I guess that is all from us. Thank you so much for listening, and we are apologize for the inconvenience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.